Hey, hey, I'm struggling really bad with this cough. I'm gonna get me a doctor's appointment tomorrow again because it's been like 3 or 4 weeks since I had this cough. The doctor prescribed me some Tylenol with codeine and some guaifenesin or dextromethorphan or whatever, and it doesn't help, and I can't even breathe most of the time. Yes.
What are my white teeth at?
I'm sorry, I must be the laundry, the dry cleaners or something, I guess. Whatever. But what was I saying? Anyway, I was talking about my cough, and that's why I'm talking so low, because the less that I let air go through my throat, the less likely I am to cough. So I'm struggling not to breathe very deeply. That being said, it's been a great day. It's been a long day. It's been a good day. I exercised twice today. I did the sculpting bar and I did the 12-minute abs. And I think that I'm 12-minute ab ball. And I think I'm going to go do another different 12-minute sculpting bar, like maybe the conditioning or something, so that I can get my full 45 minutes. Well, 12 times 3 is not 45, it's 36, but whatever. Closer to 30 minutes of exercising. And we were talking about setting goals and reaching goals and everything earlier today, and one of the things that came out of all of it was that you're already doing it, so just keep doing what you're already doing. Don't let anybody convince you that you can't do what you're already doing. And I used the example, you're already walking on water. Peter was walking on water, and then he got scared and wondered if he could walk on water. You already were doing it, so just keep doing it. But I realized that it might be a little bit more than that. I kind of realized that you have to, your desire to succeed has to be greater than your willingness to fail. Your desire to succeed has to be greater than your willingness to fail. I can look back over the things in my life that I have succeeded at, where I was up against insurmountable odds, but failure just wasn't an option. I had to make it up out of there. I had to move forward. I had to get it, whatever the thing was. And maybe one day we'll share. Excuse me, but whatever it was, my desire to succeed far outweighed my willingness to fail. And so I began to take that thought and then say to myself, why is it that I've done that in so many other areas of my life? I've succeeded in so many other areas of my life, but weight loss and financial freedom and independence. Now, that doesn't mean that I have a very good job. I have, I'm doing okay with my weight loss journey. But you know what? I realized that as much as I do my best at my job, I don't commit that same level of fury, if you will, to the businesses that are in me, to the things that are in me that I would be doing for me and not for the company or whatever the case is. The same level of passion and commitment that I show to all of the other things that I've already overcome in my life. I realize when I look at my desire to lose weight, there are times when my desire to lose weight is not greater than my willingness to eat something, or my willingness not to exercise, or my willingness to fail. So it made me go like, wow, okay, so what you gonna do? You know, reevaluate. You gonna stay there? No, I'm not gonna stay there. But it's like I'm not fully understanding what that means. What does that mean? Your desire to succeed is far greater than your willingness to fail. There were things that there were situations that I stuck in at far after people thought that I should have given up. You know, just move on. Not because God couldn't do it, or not because it couldn't happen, but because whatever reason. Oh, maybe it's not for you. Oh, maybe it's not going to happen. Oh, whatever. You know, all of the things that people say when they're trying to placate you into letting go. And I would have none of it. But when it comes to my weight loss, and when it comes to my desire to be financially independent, and when it comes to my desire to be in a position to help other people to achieve their dreams and goals, something in me, and maybe it's fear of the unknown, but something in me overcomes my desire to succeed. All I can do is change my mind today. I can't go back and erase the setbacks, or the lack of progress that thinking has caused me up to this point. I can't go back and change that. But what I can do is, going forward, one moment at a time, one day at a time, one step at a time, remind myself that my desire to succeed is greater than my willingness to fail. I think there's another saying that says failure is not an option, and then there's all of these things going on now in the universe, all of the positive thinking mantras and everything like that. Ain't none of that new. It's not new. We could put a bow on it and put it in a pretty box and make it new, but it's not new. But we need to hear it again sometimes, from a different person, in a different circumstance, under different conditions, so that we can get it. I got it today. I got it. My desire to succeed is greater than my willingness to fail. I got to do what I got to do. First thing I got to do is set my goals. The second thing I got to do is establish my plan to meet those goals. The third thing that I have to do is set a timeline for achieving those goals. And then the fourth thing that I have to do is to implement my plan. Write the vision, make it plain. Some of this stuff, it's at 9 minutes now. Some of this stuff is simple. Let's just do it. We already walking on water. Success is within our reach. Good night.